Here's a shocking truth that Hollywood rarely dares to expose. The tech industry's glittering facade conceals a labyrinth of gender-based manipulation and power games that would make your favorite dystopian thriller seem tame by comparison. Rachel Lee Goldenberg's latest directorial venture, Swiped, arrives as potentially this year's most criminally underestimated cinematic experience. A wickedly clever romantic comedy that masquerades as feel-good entertainment while delivering devastating social commentary. Think of it as what might happen if someone reimagined Legally Blonde as a hard-hitting investigative documentary. Goldenberg, whose previous work includes the brilliantly deceptive A Deadly Adoption, a Lifetime Channel parody so convincing that viewers couldn't distinguish it from genuine melodrama, demonstrates her signature talent for subversive storytelling once again. But here's where it gets controversial. While Swipe delivers genuine laughs, it simultaneously weaponizes every saccharine empowerment-focused trope you've seen in countless woman conquers corporate America narratives to expose something far more sinister lurking beneath the surface. This film functions as a period piece that captures the zeitgeist of its era with uncomfortable precision. The secret weapon enabling Goldenberg to execute this remarkable narrative sleight of hand is British powerhouse Lily James, who completely transforms herself with a flawlessly executed American vocal fry to embody Whitney Wolfe Herd, the tenacious yet emotionally vulnerable entrepreneur behind the revolutionary female-centric dating platform Bumble. This biographical approach creates a fascinating juxtaposition against the established library of tech mogul character studies that gained momentum following 2010's The Social Network. However, Wolfe Herd's journey diverges dramatically from typical Silicon Valley success stories, and this is the part most people miss. Swiped operates as an unauthorized biographical account precisely because crucial narrative elements remain locked behind legally binding non-disclosure agreements, restrictions that become disturbingly comprehensible as the story unfolds. The narrative launches with Wolfe, before her married surname, boldly infiltrating an exclusive startup conference, desperately seeking financial backing for her philanthropic web platform designed to connect orphanages with volunteer networks. Upon entering this testosterone-saturated environment, Wolfe discovers that female attendees are treated as exotic anomalies, repeatedly mistaken for hospitality staff, or dismissed as superficial party attendees seeking attention rather than business opportunities. During her exit, while awaiting valet service, she engages in conversation with Sean Rad, portrayed by Ben Schnetzer, the ambitious founder of a venture called Cardify. Rad questions her altruistic motivations with pointed skepticism. Is this truly how you envision spending your entire career? Her response reveals her ethical foundation. I simply refuse to manipulate people into purchasing unnecessary products. Rad decides to gamble on Wolfe's potential and integrates her into his organization. Although Cardify remains Hatch Labs' primary focus, the team harbors serious doubts about its long-term viability and simultaneously develops numerous alternative projects, with their most promising venture being a revolutionary dating platform designed to challenge established giants like Match.com and eHarmony. Wolfe demonstrates exceptional adaptability, conducting comprehensive market research that reveals a crucial insight. Mobile applications, rather than traditional websites, represent the key to attracting millennial users instead of the melancholy divorcees dominating older demographics. She also contributes the now iconic name Tinder. Though this creative contribution represents merely the first of many professional achievements that the male-dominated tech establishment will systematically attempt to erase from her legacy, lending the film's title its dual significance. The Hatch Labs workplace culture embodies Party Central, a hedonistic adult playground complete with indoor slides and ping-pong tables that Goldenberg presents without editorial comment. Caught up in this intoxicating atmosphere, Wolfe overlooks critical warning signs embedded within this scenario and instead launches an ambitious campus recruitment tour that provides Tinder with its essential user base for a successful launch. An energetic montage featuring young women staying awake all night seeking romantic connections initially suggests that Tinder users represent liberated, empowered individuals exercising sexual agency. However, reality crashes down almost immediately when negative media coverage, including a particularly damaging Vice article focused on unsolicited, explicit imagery, threatens to destroy Tinder's carefully cultivated public image. You might anticipate Wolf mounting a fierce defense against these criticisms, but here's where the film delivers its first brilliant narrative reversal. She disappointing fails her female colleagues when they demand she advocate publicly on this critical issue. "Why are you hesitating?" they challenge her directly. "I'm the sole woman in those boardroom discussions," she explains, a reality reinforced when Rad advises restraint, declaring, "We must prioritize practical considerations over emotional responses." Complicating matters further, Wolf has developed a romantic relationship with Rad's lieutenant, Justin Mateen, Jackson White, and her attempts at workplace advocacy strain both professional relationships. The deterioration with Mateen proves particularly disturbing, initiating a series of scenes demonstrating how men weaponize digital platforms to harass and intimidate women through threatening text messages and social media campaigns. Wolf's removal from Tinder marks not an ending, but a transformation, one carrying its own painful consequences when Badoo executives recruit her to launch Bumble, a dating application where women initiate all interactions. History nearly repeats when Badoo's CEO, Dan Stevens, becomes entangled in Me Too allegations, but this time Wolf refuses to allow herself to be destroyed by association. The true brilliance of Swiped lies in its delicate narrative touch, with star James demonstrating complete mastery of the material's requirements. Despite incorporating superficial elements typical of romantic comedies, the film actually delivers more profound workplace inequality insights than acclaimed productions like 2019's Bombshell. No scene illustrates this disparity more effectively than Tinder's celebration upon reaching 1 million users, when an impromptu office party accidentally triggers the building's sprinkler system. Rad immediately instructs his personal assistant to organize a city-wide celebration and invite everyone. "I need to contact the fire department and insurance company first," he responds pragmatically. That exchange reveals everything audiences need to understand about organizational priorities and gender dynamics. But here's the uncomfortable question that will likely spark heated debates. Does this film accurately represent the tech industry's treatment of women? Or does it unfairly demonize male entrepreneurs who are simply operating within existing business norms? Are we witnessing legitimate systemic sexism? Or are these conflicts the inevitable result of mixing romantic relationships with high-stakes business ventures? Even more provocatively, should we celebrate Whitney Wolfe Herd as a feminist pioneer who revolutionized online dating culture? Or acknowledge that her success ultimately depends on the same superficial appearance-based judgments that dating apps are criticized for perpetuating? What's your take on this narrative? Do you believe the film presents a balanced perspective on gender dynamics in Silicon Valley? Or does it push an agenda that oversimplifies complex interpersonal and business relationships? Share your thoughts and prepare to defend your position. Film details: title, Swiped, distribution platform, Hulu, streaming release, September 19, 2025, director, Rachel Lee Goldenberg, screenwriting team, Bill Parker, Rachel Lee Goldenberg, Kim Caramel, starring Lily James, Jackson White, Myhala, Ben Schnetzer, Dan Stevens, duration, 1 hour 50 minutes.